Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I don't look that hot right now, but it is the 1st of August and I was very excited because it is the magical readathon round 2. So we have the autumn equinox around and I want to start reading for it now. It's already pretty late because I had to finish one other book that I still had left over from July, but I thought I'd at least start my TBR now. So what I want to do first this round is my inscription subject. For that I do need 2 levels, and for the first level I have to reread a childhood favorite, and I chose a Goosebumps book. So this is what I will start off with. Now usually I leave the short and quick books till the end of the readathon, but I think this time I'm gonna switch it around a little bit and start out with the short ones and then go into the longer books. Now I will be moving this month, so a lot of time will be spent doing other things. But yeah, I thought it would be a great motivator to get 2 books out of the way very quickly. So we're doing inscription first, we're doing this one first, and I'll let you know when I've finished it.
That I don't even think it would be fun by the time you reach Revered, which is, oh sorry, Paradigm, which is the very top one. Oh, I love it and really good.
So the first day of the readathon is over and I managed to finish this Goosebumps book, Bad Hair Day, last night. And I decided to give it 3 stars. It was fun, it was fine. Definitely not my favorite. I think of all the ones that I've read, this is probably the least scary, but it deals with a teenage boy called Tim who wants to be a magician, and he gets the chance to sneak out and see the most famous magician of America, and through some circumstances he steals the bag full of tricks and stuff starts happening. But yeah, it wasn't really that great, to be honest. As I said, 3 stars. I love these books, they're so short and so fun, but this one definitely would not recommend so much. For some reason in Germany this is the 10th book, in America I think it's the 41st or something like that, so yeah, very different order of publication there. So that was my first prompt for inscription. That's done, and tonight I want to do the second one. As I said, I want to read the short things first, and so my second one is volume 6 of Cheese Sweet Home, and yeah, this is just a tiny little manga. So with this one read, I will have finished all of my inscription prompts. So yesterday I finished Cheese Sweet Home volume 6, so this is my second book done. This was my second level for inscription, a manga or graphic novel. So yeah, 2 books in, it's really good. I gave this one 3 stars, it's really cute. It's just a super cute and adorable manga series, like middle grade manga series about a small cat called She, and I really enjoy these. I did cry once because there was a scene that was very similar to something that happened with my cat, and she passed away about half a year ago, so yeah, I still miss her a whole lot, so one scene in here was a little bit mean, but apart from that, it's just adorable. I feel like the first volumes were a little bit more interesting, and you could learn more about how to take care of a cat and stuff like that. And now it's more like adventure stories as she gets to get out and meet other cats. I was a bit confused because I felt like in the last one, it was like hinted at that she might meet her mother again. And I would have to go back and look at it again, but I was just a bit confused that that didn't pop up in here at all. So maybe I've missed something, I don't know. But yeah, it's just cute, it's adorable. So another book finished. And so the next one I'm going to read now is All the Blackened Teeth. I'm going to read this as a book from people's worst books lists. So I'll keep you updated on that. I'm 25% in, and so far it's confusion, to be honest. So, reading is still going well for the Magical Readathon. Last night I finished Nothing But Blackened Teeth by Cassandra Khaw. I read this for the first alchemy prompt, so I reached the first level there. And with this one, I decided to give it 3 stars. I read this as a book that was on like worst books lists, but I still thought I might enjoy it, and I actually did kind of enjoy it. I don't know why people hate it so much. It is a bit of a weird one. It's a very short book. It's only like 100 and some pages, and we're following this group of people who are there for a wedding. I'm not quite sure about that. I found the writing to be very confusing, but basically they are in this very old Japanese mansion and shit goes down. It's a horror novel. It doesn't really have like a lot of explanations. It's just watching things unravel, basically. And that's fine with me. I think having no explanation for things is oftentimes better with horror than having bad explanations. So that was totally fine. I thought the first chapter was oddly long. Like, the first chapter is a quarter of the book. That was weird, and I definitely would have done that differently. I also needed that whole first chapter to figure out who the main character is. Like, I didn't even get that she's a woman for, 25% of the book. And the kind of connections between these characters are all a little bit confusing. It's all very intertwined and toxic. And yeah, you just see these very toxic people getting drunk and then getting haunted, basically. But yeah, it was fine. It had an interesting atmosphere. It felt like a very drunken and haunted fever dream, and it was creepy. So yeah, I really liked it. I also think that the kind of ending bit had a little bit of that fairy tale vibe, so I really enjoyed that as well. Just like very unexplained dark things happening. So yeah, 3 stars for that. Definitely the writing style was the thing that bothered me the most with this book. But for the second level, I need to read an orange book. And so today I'm going to start Bitter Oranges, or Bitter Orange I think it's called, by Claire Fuller. I have no idea what this book is about, but I've heard good things about the author. So I'm very intrigued to see how it goes. Now, this one is an action novel, so this is 350 pages. It will probably take me a little bit longer than these first 3 books to read, but nonetheless, we're gonna get this done hopefully quite quickly, because I want to read my 2 physical books before the move, so I need to hurry up a little bit. At the same time, I also started my book for the first level of Spells and Incantations. That one was the Color Wheel Challenge, and I had light blue. So I started listening to the Dragon Republic, the second book in the Poppy War trilogy, and that one has some light blue on the cover. So this is my audiobook for the month. I will probably not talk about it here because I do a separate reading vlog for the whole series, but I wanted to mention that I have started it now. I finished the Poppy War yesterday. I do have some problems with it, but overall I think I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. So yeah, that has nothing to do with the Magical Readathon show. I will only read the second book for the Magical Readathon now. So yeah, it's going well.
We begin.
Opened it. She ducked past their arms and ran up the stairs and up the hatch to the main deck.
Hey, hi. The reading is not going so well right now, but as you can see, the moving is. During the weekend, we packed 33 boxes already, so that's really good. All of my books are packed up, most of my clothes are packed up, and I already started on the kitchen stuff, so I hope that, within this week I will make some more progress, probably finish all of the stuff that can go into boxes already, and then next week is the big move. But I also have a reading update. I am now almost halfway through Bitter Orange, and this is a weird book. I really don't know what I think about it. It is very easy to read and just to fly through basically, and we follow a main character. I don't even remember her name because I'm so bad with names. It's Frances, and she is not a very attractive woman. She's in her late 30s, I think, and she has come to this manor in the English countryside to evaluate the garden and all of the architectural stuff that's going on in this garden. And while she's there, there's also a couple, Kara and Peter, and they're there to do the same thing with the interior of the house and the kind of architectural and structural stuff that's going on with the house itself. And so we have these three characters in this kind of secluded part of the English countryside. There's a small village nearby, and we get this story kind of as a flashback from Frances' perspective 20 years later, when she is basically in a hospice and she's dying, and she gets visited again by the vicar of this small town that is close by the manor, and he seems to be there to find out a secret, and probably something bad happened, so it has these kind of like mystery vibes. Okay, I have no idea what I was talking about because my phone started ringing and my phone never rings, so that was scary, but it's all fine. But basically this is a bit of a weird book and I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I hope that I will be able to finish it quite quickly, hopefully before the weekend or at the beginning of the weekend, so I can start my next read and keep the momentum going.
Arlong was an amphibious city.
Hey, hello! So, I'm here for a quick reading update, but I just wanted to mention that today I finally got the feedback for my PhD thesis, and I'm so relieved. I'm so relieved. Yeah, that was a lot of pressure I was under, and I think what I would really like to do right now is crawl into bed and just lie there for the rest of the day. But I will try to be productive. I have about 70 pages of Bitter Orange left. This is such a weird little novel. It's really honing in on this relationship of the three characters I talked about. There is a lot of weird shit going on, and it's very hard to know what to believe because some of the stories the characters tell, they're just hard to believe. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see where it goes in the end. I'm pretty sure that one of the characters will be dead. So the question is how and why and who did it, I guess. So yeah, I'm very intrigued to read the last 70 pages. This is definitely a easy read, so whenever I am reading it, I can definitely fly through it, and it is intriguing. I really like the writing style, even though this is the German translation, so I don't really know what it would be like in English, but I feel like it works really well in the translation, and it's very easy to get through and to read. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I will finish this tonight. Doing a little pampering session, so I'll keep you updated. Okay, so last night I finished Bitter Orange by Claire Fuller. This is the second level for my alchemy lessons that I need. So I only have one more that I need to do to finish alchemy. And I decided to give this book 3.5 stars. It was really a weird one, and the ending was also interesting but weird. It was a book that I enjoyed while reading it, but it's not something that will stick in my mind or that I will probably ever reread or think about again. So yeah, if you're interested in a kind of more literary mystery, I think this could be a fun one. I had some issues with the portrayal of the main character as a yeah, she doesn't consider herself a fat woman, but she has other like words for it, like I don't remember what does she even call it. It's a problem when I read German books. I don't always know how to phrase it in English, but basically she describes herself as being heavier, and in some scenes that was a little bit uncomfortable to me. This is a difficult topic because we all have like our own prejudices against our own weight, but yeah, sometimes I just felt a bit uncomfortable with that. And then the thing that bothered me the most was the kind of reveal at the end. There is a reveal that one of the characters in this book is in love with the main character, and that didn't make any sense. I don't know. It was just so random and weird. So yeah. Apart from that, as I said, it was interesting. I liked the atmosphere of the book, to have this like old manor house that is destroyed, and yeah, just this very narrow cast of characters. There's only really 4 characters we really see here. Yeah, it was enjoyable. It was fun. So now for the last alchemy level, I started Sand by Wolfgang Herrndorf. This is kind of a mystery thriller as well, but it is written by a German author, and this is set in the 70s. And yeah, I bought this knowing nothing about it, and I have read about the first 25 pages last night, so barely started it. But to be honest, I already get some kind of like racist impressions from this, so I'm very worried about this book. And I don't usually DNF books, but I gotta be honest, if that feeling of racist portrayal keeps going, I will probably DNF this book, because I can't handle it. Because this is set in part in Sahara, Africa. I don't really know. It is a city that is mentioned. I haven't heard of that city. I have to look it up whether it's real and where it is exactly. But the portrayal of these people just feels so icky to me. And we basically have a character who had an Arab grandfather but grew up in France and now has gone back. So we have that kind of colonial taste to it as well. And I don't know if the book will really deal with it in an appropriate way. Right now it just feels icky to me. But basically this person is now an like a police guy or something like that in this country that I don't really know which one it is. And he gets this kind of dude that it has supposedly killed 4 people in a cult, and I think that's one of the storylines to figure out what's going on there. But it also deals with something that has to do with the Olympic Games. I'm not interested in sports, so yeah, but there's a lot of political stuff going on there as well, because I don't know if it was the Israeli people or yeah, I think it was the Israeli people who were attacked during this Olympic game. I don't know. I don't know anything about sports. So yeah, we'll see. I do get a little bit of a weird taste from this book, to be honest.
Just without a fight. A few cities put up resistance, but never to any effect.
The mountain of boxes is growing, and I am about 100 pages into Sand. I have 5 words to describe this book. It is boring, it is pretentious, it's confusing, it is racist, and it is sexist. So, every bone in my body says I should just DNF it, but I don't DNF. So, we'll see. I will push through today and see. My goal is to read another 100 pages tonight. I have a ton of boxes to pack, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, so far I don't know what this book is trying to tell me. It's just, yeah, it's just weird. So I did get 200 pages into this last night, and actually the storyline is a little bit more streamlined now, so that definitely helps. We're following characters and we're not jumping around, so it has gotten a little bit more interesting, even though it's still kind of not. We have a character who has lost his memories now. The problem is we know exactly who he is, so I don't know. It's kind of weird. So I made it another 100 pages in this book last night. There were the reading sprints, which was really fun, and yeah, I tried to read as well. So yeah, this book, as I said, it's more streamlined now. I'm more than halfway through, and it makes it more easier to follow and understand. But this kind of feels like such a German book. You know how you have these like books with like really intricately woven storylines where you're kind of confused, but you're sure that at the end it will be a pretty picture, something like Station 11, which was done so masterfully. And then you have books like this that try to be so edgy and out there and cool, and in the end it kind of reminds me of a map drawn by Trump with a Sharpie. That's what this book feels like. There's homophobic language, there is some sexism, there is definitely a racist undertone to all of this. Yeah, it's just no. So right now this book is sitting around a 2-star. If the ending is somewhat interesting, it might make it 2.5 stars. We'll see. But yeah, I have less than 200 pages left, so I really hope I can finish this before the move. I will try my best. No promises though. And I'm not quite sure how long I will let this vlog go, because originally I thought I would manage to edit it before my move. But to be honest, this week is so super crazy and busy that I don't think that will happen. So I might as well let it run until moving day. And then maybe I will have finished this, because I always like finishing a vlog with a book finished. So we'll see. You'll see. For you it's just a couple of minutes. For me it's a couple of days. But I can't wait for this to be finally over. Also, I listen to a lot of my audiobook. I'm listening to The Dragon Republic for one of the prompts as well. So I also might finish that before the move or shortly after, hopefully. Yeah, and it was fun to have so much time to listen to an audiobook. I was really glad to have something to do while I packed all the boxes, so that's great. So today is a day of traveling again. Today I will go and get my keys for my new flat, and then it's 2 more days and then I should be moved in, so that's exciting. Last night while cleaning I finished The Dragon Republic by R F Kuang. This one was my audiobook. I'm doing separate reading vlogs for that, so I never updated you here. I decided to give it very strong 4 stars, really enjoyed it. And this one was my first level for spells and incantations, so that's really exciting, because now I only have 2.5 more books to read for the magical readathon to achieve the Archmage profession thing, calling, whatever. So I'm very positive that I can do that. I will keep you updated, but yeah, that was just a quick check-in to let you know, another one done. So this is the last day before the move. I haven't done any more reading, so I thought it's probably the best point to stop the vlog now. And yeah, tomorrow is moving day. I'm very scared. It's always scary, I guess, so wish me luck. I have no idea when you will see this video, but it will probably, or it will definitely be after the move. So yeah, it's happening. But I hope you had a good first part of the Magical Readathon yourself. I'm quite happy. I finished 5 books already. I only need 3 more, and I have started one. I'm almost done with one, more than halfway through, so I think I can do it. I'm very positive, but it's also gonna be a very stressful last 2 weeks now. So we'll see, and yeah, bye.